Hi there, welcome to Long Distance Review, and welcome to part 2 of my Download Festival 2019 review. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, go back and watch that. That was of the Friday at the festival, and this is part 2, which is my review of the bands on the Saturday that I went to see. Part 3 will inevitably be the Sunday, and then part 4 is just going to be me sort of ranting about the festival, good and bad points, things like that. So this is part 2, the Saturday. The first band I went to go watch on the Saturday was at the Avalanche stage, and they opened up at 11 o'clock in the morning. And thanks to the incredible security of the arena entrance, I missed the first song, but more about that on the part 4 of my reviews, I think. So the band was called Parting Gift, and they're a band I'd never heard about before. And about a week before the festival, I went through the line-up and had a look at what bands sort of were playing and bands I hadn't heard of, and I checked out Parting Gift, and I was really impressed. They're a sort of shoegaze band mixed with a bit of post-hardcore, with a bit of metal, but they have a lot of aesthetics of like black metal, not in their sound, but visually, if you go check out their videos. They're very sort of cinematic and dramatic sort of sound to them. I thought they were a really interesting band, really young band as well, so hopefully they've got a bright future in front of them. Check out their EP called Ensum, and the video for Without Him, which I thought was really cool. Although the vocalist did look a little bit disinterested, but I don't know if that's just the vibe he's going for. He sounded amazing though. Anyway, the first band I went to see on the main stage on the Saturday was Raw Republic. Raw Republic is a band I loved when they first came out. Their first album was fantastic, and then I never really picked up on them that much after that. The odd song here and there, but I've always been told that if you want to really experience Raw Republic, you go see them live. They're incredible live. And they're right. I thought they were incredible live. I thought they were really, really engaging. They reminded me of like the Hives when the Hives first came out. The frontman's engaging. He gets the crowd participation going all the time. And they sort of... Well, they had great songs, really. They just have festival bangers. Songs like Full Steam Space Machine, Underwear and Tommy Gun. They just sound amazing live at a festival. And they even threw in a cover of Metallica's Battery for the more metal fans out there who probably didn't really enjoy them coming on dressed in red suits and having a bit of a Euro pop vibe to them and wearing pearl necklaces. Not the filthy kind of pearl necklace. I thought they were really good. And by the sounds of it, I think they went down an absolute storm. I then checked out Behemoth on the main stage. Now, Behemoth are a band that I've got a lot of love for. I think their last 2 albums are outstanding, and it's great to see them burst out of the extreme metal scene into the more mainstream rock and metal area. Behemoth came out, and they're visually very, very impressive. They came out wearing robes and masks to the intro tape, Solveig, and then burst into Wolves of Siberia, which is an absolute storming song. They sounded ferocious, and Nurgle's voice was absolutely fierce. The drumming was brutal all the way through. I mean, you got songs like Barzabel, which sounded dark and beautiful and atmospheric, and then you got fan favourites like Blow the Trumpets Gabriel, which just sounded brilliant. I thought they were outstanding live, and they looked like they went down an absolute storm. And it's great to see extreme metal getting repped on the main stage at a festival like that. It's very rare it happens, and it's good to see getting a chance on the main stage. Although I do wish it had been dark. Black metal never really goes down as well in the daytime. Anyway, I hung around the main stage again because I wanted to see Trivium later on. So I hung around to watch Skindred. Now, Skindred are a sort of download house band nowadays. They seem to always be a download, and the festival loves them, and they seem to love the festival. The weather didn't seem to love them as much as it absolutely pissed down during their set. But that didn't dampen anyone's spirits. There was a huge turnout for them, and Skindred went down an absolute storm. I'm a casual Skindred fan. I know a couple of songs, but they're just like a party band at download, and again, they always go down well. And Benji's a great front man. He's engaging, and he's dynamic, and he's got a great voice. And so for the casual rock fan who just wanted to check out a band that day, Skindred would have been the choice one for them. And they do the Newport helicopter, which is the thing where everyone takes their t-shirts off and swings it around their head like a helicopter. You know, what's better than getting slapped in the face by someone's wet, sweaty t-shirt? So that always goes down well. Then after that, Trivium. Trivium was a band I was really, really looking forward to seeing. I've wanted to see Trivium for ages. The last time I saw them was on the In Waves tour. So to see Trivium back at Donington, where they first started back in 2005, they played a show in 2005, Download Festival, which they always sort of pinpoint as the sort of zenith of when not zenith, that's the wrong word completely. They pinpoint as the moment that sort of they got took off in the UK, really, and they became a huge band. I was at that festival, never went to watch them. So my own fault. They've had a bit of a rollercoaster of a career since then. They've had ups and downs. Some albums not being so great and people thinking they're done, and then they all seem to bounce back. And at the moment they're riding on a massive high because their last album was sensational. And they opened the setup with the title track of the last album, Sin and Sentence. And it was just sounded outstanding, and the energy never let up from then. Heafy was orchestrating the sort of baying crowd in front of him, and they just sounded great throughout. Even the sort of lesser cuts, say, like World's Gone Cold and Strife, which aren't great songs on CD, they went down really, really well live. And the energy was high throughout the whole thing. Yeah, okay, Heafy doesn't growl as much as he used to, but his voice is a better voice than it was, and the backing vocals cover the growling anyway, so I don't think that's a criticism at all. And when you can close with a song as good as In Waves, my God, open with Sin and Sentence and close with In Waves, that's how you should do a festival set. Take note, Smashing Pumpkins. So Trivium, yeah, brilliant, really, really pleased. It felt like a real event, that as well. I hung around actually because I wanted to see Die Antwoord. Well, I wanted to see a bit of Die Antwoord because I knew I was going off to watch another band, but I wanted to see a bit of Die Antwoord. Now, here we go. I quite like Tension as an album from Die Antwoord. I think it's alright. But yeah, I can see the novelty probably wore off after a bit. I watched the first 20 minutes, half hour, and I thought, yeah, this was good. This is alright. But maybe for an hour, might have been a bit too long. Would have been nice to see them just do a quick half an hour set maybe. But you got great songs like I Think You Freaky and Baby's on Fire. Both really good songs. They played them early on, went down really well. I understand Die Antwoord aren't going to be for everyone, and they're probably not for the metal fan at Download. Maybe it's not the best booking for Download, but you've got to try something new every now and again. As metal fans, we don't allow anything new anymore. Anything that sounds a bit different is, oh God, you're not Metallica, you're not Slayer. How dare you try and encroach on our turf at Download Festival? But I quite like them, and I think it's great. We've got to try new things. Otherwise, rock's fucked. Rock is fucked in the mainstream. So it's good that we're looking outside of it a little bit. And it looked like the crowd went down really well with the crowd down the front. So I'm all for it. But yeah, I only stayed for 5 or 6 songs because I wanted to go see the Wonder Years at the Avalanche stage. And the Wonder Years are a band I've got a lot of love for. And I've never managed to see them live. And I've been dying to see them live for absolutely ages. And here we go, yeah, it's the set of the weekend for me. I thought the Wonder Years were unreal. Maybe I was so drunk and emotional is the main reason why it's the set of the weekend for me. But I've never been that emotional watching a band before, and I don't get emotional, usually. Soupy's an incredible vocalist, and I think he's become so personal to so many that you can feel the love in the tent for him. And there are sort of 2 camps of Wonder Years fans. There's the camp that sort of love everything up to sort of No Closer to Heaven, and then you have the camp that think the last 2 albums, No Closer to Heaven and Sister Cities, are the best things they've ever done. I'm firmly in the latter camp. I think the more recent stuff is a lot better. They've evolved into this much more emotional and engaging band. But either way, whatever type of fan you are, there doesn't seem a clear divide. I think everyone just loved everything they were doing that day. But songs like Rain in Kyoto and Cardinals hit me like a ton of bricks. I don't know why, but I think music should be like that. It should make you emotional, and I've never been like that watching a band before. Songs like the older songs like Passing Through a Screen Door and Came Out Swinging still sound great. They still sound great. But to me, songs like Sister Cities, Pyramids of Salt were outstanding. And yeah, amazing. Really, really amazing. Hopefully they'll announce some more UK dates soon, because I've got to see them again live. Maybe I won't be as drunk and I won't find it as emotional. So then onto the headliners of the day. Slipknot. Felt like a bit of a homecoming, Slipknot, even though they have played the festival quite a few times now. They haven't been back for a while. They got a new album out, and it felt like a real sort of homecoming event for them. And when you've got a curtain drop and People Equal Shit, Sick, and Get This as your first 3 songs, bloody hell. I'm glad I wasn't down in the pit, because I'm too old for that nowadays, and I'd have probably died. The stage show itself seemed a bit more minimalist than what we used to with Slipknot. But I think that's a testament to their back catalogue nowadays. They don't need all the gimmicks that they used to have. Not gimmicks, but they don't need to be as visually explosive as they used to be, let's say. I think their back catalogue stands up so well. They've got that many great songs that headlining a festival is easy for them with the songs they've got. They didn't even play Wait and Bleed, which no one cared about, really. Surely not me, because I'm not that keen on that song anyway. Corey's vocals sounded great. He sounded really on point. The new songs went down brilliantly. Unsainted and All Out Life were outstanding. And it was great to hear Prosthetics played live. Never heard that one played live by them before. It's an obvious festival highlight, but you can't really criticise a band when they're as good as this. Or I would have liked to see them play Eyeless, but that's just a personal thing. That's not a criticism. So that's it for the Saturday. A really, really good day for me. I thought it was incredible. There's lots of good bands on that day, and credit to all the bands that played live. I thought they were great. I even got sunburnt somehow, considering the weather. No idea how that happened. But yeah, let me know what you thought of the bands on the Saturday. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with part 3, which is the Sunday review. And yeah, thanks very much for watching.